Hello and welcome to Let's Make Tracks. This is the first episode in the series for the Peco Diorama Challenge. It's currently the 1st of September, so I've left myself all of 30 days, give or take. Nah, it's 30 days. 30 days to complete said challenge. So, I have my board. I'm going to leave it upside down just for the moment. If you really are interested in how this goes together, there'll be a card up there for Peco's build video. So, ding the mic. So as you can see, I have already started planning what's going to go where. So, there we go. So the inspiration behind this build is the HORNBY TT120 resin buildings. Now it's occurred to me that lots of people have these buildings. These buildings have even sold out at times, but I haven't noticed anyone actually building the station that the majority of these buildings are based on. The buildings in question being the main station building, the waiting room, and even the signal box. All three of these models are based on the prototypes found at Dent Station, the highest mainline station in England. I can't remember the exact height, but there will be a graphic.
Right. What have they got that's sold out online? Need that. Sold.
I acquired the station building and the waiting room, so that's the major bits. So just move that to the side for a moment. So I have a box of goodies hidden down here, so I'm going to show you what I got. So for the actual landforms, I have these. They are polystyrene blocks used to basically build up landscapes. So I haven't actually tested these out yet, but hopefully with the polystyrene cutting kit I have, it will react to heat appropriately and I can just cut out the bits I need, or failing that, I'll just go back to the old-fashioned knives. So that's that. What else have I got? So for the actual station, I found these on eBay. That one's been butchered a little bit, but they come in pieces and then they all combine together where appropriate to make up said stations. That was right. So I'll bring the board back actually. So move that to the side. So you can see on the board, the grey area is the track, brown ground, and the blank bits are for these. So this helps a great deal because I can just slap them down. I haven't got to measure out what goes where anymore. Did a bit of butchery to get all the angles I need as well. So this angle here still needs to come off. That goes there. That one goes there. And this butch job goes there. So what else is in the box? I did get these off of eBay. Now they're not exactly the prototype versions, but they light up, so that's kind of what I wanted. But having examined them a bit closer, they're a bit too big for what I want to do, so I'm probably going to have to kit bash these, so keep an eye out for those in a later video where I basically tear them to pieces. What else is in the box? But I do have to give a major shout out to True to Scale, or Specialist Aggregates as their parent company's known. They sent me these. Lovely chap I've been speaking to. I sent him a picture on Facebook saying, well, it'll be displayed on the screen, pretty obvious what I said, But he sent me these in an attempt to get the right colours. So they will be featured at a point. And during the same video, I'm going to have to open this bad boy. So this I actually got for all the true to scale stuff. Everything in there and these 3 bags have been sent to me completely free of charge. So I have to do an entire video dedicated to the ballasting and the lovely goodies they've sent me in this box. I am very grateful for that. That's helped a great deal, and that should be fun having a good old look, see what else is in the box. What's up? So obviously I've got the track, so a set of points to go up here, and these big, long, flexible pieces. Not that one. So obviously you need track for a railway diorama, so 2 of those. They will obviously need to be trimmed to size, and the points will sit about there. What else have I got? I have, especially for the build, some static grass. So that's from World War Scenics. This I got from either Amazon or eBay, I can't remember offhand, but that's just a basic static grass applicator. More grass, and the freebie that came with the applicator. So I'm going to have a little bit of fun with the static grass after the landforms have been put in. So what else is in the box? So I have a collection of Model U figures. The majority of these came from the mystery box which I got. What was the event? Ali Pali, that was it. I picked this up from Ali Pali, but obviously I've added to the collection since, and 2 of which are not even from Model U. These 2 are from the great Tom Marshall at Buggles Kelly Station. He's provided me with these. Obviously I paid for them. In this one, we have the Fat Director. So I think he's trying to avoid some legal issues there, but we all know who the Fat Director really is. Shut top on my hat. And in this one, I'm quite excited for this one, because this guy was played regularly on my old VHS tapes growing up. This is Bob Symes. So, say hello, Bob.
Hello there, Peter. Bob here, and I'm really excited to see what you'll be doing with your Model Railway YouTube channel. I am honoured to be helping you out.
That's awesome. So, I'll have to, again, there'll be a particular episode of this build dedicated to the figures, and we may or may not hear from Bob again. So that's the figures. I do have more figures from Model U coming, very specific order. Dent's a very quiet, sleepy station, so I got some, shall we say, less busy figures, and also some point rodding, which I'm going to attempt in TT, so that should be interesting as well. So figures / Model U episode will be on the way. What else have I got in the box? Oh, forgot to mention these. So with the platforms, got a nice little selection of assisting elements. So these are quite useful. These are the 35mm distance assistance. So that's slightly narrower than your regular, what we're going to call set track spacing. So if you put 2 points next to each other like the BR logo, then the tracks will run parallel at, I can't remember the distance, but there'll be something on the screen. So these bring the tracks closer together, more in keeping with the prototype railway, which the tracks are closer together. So that's those, that's helpful. And also got these. these help me distance the tracks away from the platforms. So they just slip in like this, and then the track will be the perfect distance away from the platform. So if you have rolling stock running around, as you probably normally would, it won't foul the platform. So that's all helpful and useful. Speaking of the track, some rail match sleeper grime. So I've seen people painting the track, and usually they're pretty careful and delicate with the little paint brushes, and I'm just gonna blitz the whole thing, and obviously I'm gonna have to think about how to do the points without mucking them up, because I do want this to be operational at some point in the future if I decide to extend to the left and the right. But obviously for the challenge itself, this is what I'm limited to, which is a shame because I wanted the signal box somewhere over there, but well, hey. Right, so operational. I've also got some Pro Track rail aligners. I've used these in all my builds so far. So you stick them at the ends and they interlock with the set on the other board, so your tracks always align perfectly. So I have to butcher the ends of the track, solder these on, and hopefully I've had enough practice by now that it doesn't look like tat. Right, what else we got in the box? What's in this box? What is in this box? Ooh, now this is nice. I got this off of eBay from mark.holcroft.modelworks. It's a small crane, and according to historical images, that set sits somewhere around there-ish, give or take, for the cattle dock siding. So I'll paint that black, maybe weather it up a bit. Probably have to make a concrete base for it. Just like that there. But I'm looking forward to building that. I might even still have some TT chain knocking around. So if I have enough and it's long enough, then that should look quite nice when it's done. What else is in the box? So this one is going to be hit or miss. I've got some retaining, not retaining wall, just dressed stone wall pieces, because on this side of Dent Station there is a wall holding back the land to some degree. So I've offered this up to the Dent's waiting room models, and the stones look good enough that I might be able to get away with it. But it's a 00HO kit. I do have more just dressed stone sheets coming because I wanted to make sure the platform edges match the walling going along the back. And this bit over here is going to be interesting because there is a curve of concrete going towards the Barrow crossing. So I'm going to have to see if I can get one of these to flex around that corner. So do a little bit of research on that, see what I can come with. That is either going to come out very well or a complete disaster. We will find out. So the flat sheets are coming in the post at the moment, so I can't show them off, but those are coming. What else is in the box? Got to be very careful not to show off my dress. This one is from York Modelling. So these are laser cut. They do bits and pieces that are laser cut from the, what do you call it, the plywood, something like that. I don't know the name of the actual wood that you use in laser cutting. You're going to have to excuse my ignorance. Is that it? Very tiny. Okay, so sellotaped to this bit of Kellogg's is some Midland Railway benches in TT scale. Now, looking at pictures online, and there will be something on the screen, and I'll probably put this up for comparison, but these look the exact match for the benches at Dent Station. So appreciate that very much, because I believe they're the first time they've been scaled down. Maybe, I don't know. What's in this one? Some fences. So these came from SR3D Enterprises. Oh no, SR3D Designs. These are an eBay purchase, and they're going to go just along this station wall here, and hopefully there'll be enough room to have the gate in there as well as the station access. There's that. Is there anything else in the box? Anything else in the box? Right. So, cattle dock. There's not many pictures of the cattle dock, and I've only managed to find one in a documentary with the actual cattle, the single cattle pen still in situ. Obviously it wasn't in use at this time. All the other pictures I've seen of cattle docks, usually they've got some protective element over the track, say wood or some sort of hard standing. So I'm going to potentially take a bit of creative license here. This is from West Hill Wagon Works. It's a hard standing track mount. That sounded like the postman. So I'll take a bit of the track, remove the sleepers, slip the rails in there, and then I'll get out my old matchsticks and then have it look like it's been palleted over with wood. So that will sit in there like that. So I've already done a bit of cutting and whatnot so everything fits together nicely. So that will sit in there with the matchsticks. Lots and lots of matchsticks. So I will probably cut them down to the length of a regular sleeper and then do some niceness with that. Speaking of the matchsticks, I'm also going to use those to do the barrow crossing. Over here I'm going to make that myself. If there is enough space at the back, I will have to include the snow fence that they have at Dent Station, which is pretty dilapidated by this point. Anything else in the box? Rail match, Midland Railway red. This is going to come in handy for the benches. I'm going to have to do a little bit of repainting on some of the station buildings to make them all match, and I get the feeling there was something else I needed that for. The lamps. That was it. I've already had a go on the lamps, so that's going to become useful. Obviously I've got my stickers that need to go on when it's all done, and that might be it. Right, let's you couldn't write this, could you? Let's see what the postman's just dropped off. While I'm picking that up, I just want to take the opportunity to thank Starship Wannaprize for allowing me to use their incredible drone footage of Dent Station. If you get the chance after you've watched my video, please head over to his channel to check out this video and many of his other great drone captures. The use of this video has been absolutely necessary, seeing as I'm a southern lad and I can't quite get up to Dent to do the research myself. This footage has been absolute godsend. So thank you, Starship Wannaprize, for not only filming it but allowing me to use your footage. Ow. Just kicked the bench on the way back in. Right. You can tell this off the cuff because I've got nothing to open this with. Sounded like it may have been the postman again. Interesting. Right, so what is in here? West Hill Wagon Works. Station Barrows. And a salt, well, several salt grip bins. So, if you look in this particular shot of Dent Station, you'll see just hiding around the corner there is a yellow salt and or grit bin. So I thought I'll add it anyway. So on that note, this representation of Dent Station is just that. It is my representation of Dent Station. There is no particular year that this railway is based on. I suppose you could say this is what the friends of the settler in Carlisle would like the station to look like if they had the funds and all the free will to do what they wanted to do with the site. You never know, it might happen one day, but we'll see. Right, anything else in the box? For the cattle dock, I got some watering troughs so the livestock can have a drink while they're waiting to get picked up. Some crates to go somewhere around the cattle dock area. I was going to include the coal merchants, but I can't find any information about whether they operated from within the station or they had their own hut or anything, and considering how close I already am to the edge, I don't think I'll be able to fit it in anyway. But there was also a weigh bridge on the way into the station. I believe it would have been about here. So again, just off the ball, because I did want to include the hill on this side, so I had to sacrifice the weigh bridge there, which is a shame, but it is what it is. And there was also a structure I've seen on pictures from just here. Something was here, but according to the map I found, it was an unidentified structure. So it'd be very interesting to see if I can find any photos with whatever that was. Right, let's see once again what's come through the door.
Pistons explode. Freedom calling with a whistle so loud. Hear the engine roar, loud and proud. Dust and gravel flying beneath the stars. Humming tracks beneath electric cars. Tunnels echo with the power of the beast. On this journey where the worries cease. Yeah, I like trains, no problem with that. Riding the rails in my red flannel hat. I feel the wind and I ain't looking back. Life on the tracks is keeping me on track. The river's edge and the mountains peak. Steaming shadows in the valleys.
Okay, so it turns out it wasn't the postman, it was Yodel. Same thing. Anyway, before we head back to the table, I just want to take a moment to shout out to eBayer Elizabeth, who, at my request, scaled down these Dent Station signs into TT120 scale. Obviously perfect for my build, and I'm looking forward to installing this. So if you're using the TT120 Hornby resin buildings, why not see if you can make one of the other stations from Settle and Carlisle. Take a look at their eBay page now to see all stations available. It's a soft envelope, so it's interesting. What have I ordered? I can't keep track of what I'm waiting on, so what is this? Again, you couldn't write this, could you? This is a, what is it, a ratio or a wheels kit? Ratio. I can see the label there. And, oh, he's even putting some free horses, bless him. Right, so, I got this off eBay, pre-owned. He said one of the lamps was damaged, so hence the free horse. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take the kit which more resembles the Dent Station railway lamps. I'm going to take these things and I'm going to see if I can kit bash the two together to create working station lamps that are more in keeping with the style at Dent Station. That's everything I have in the box. Right, so I know it's been a long time since I've released any other videos, so I apologise. I've made the table a bit of a mess, so I'm going to have to tidy up. So thank you for watching. That is the plan. I hope I haven't rambled too much and it does make sense. Again, thank you to I forget his name, this guy. I apologise, I was very ill prepared for this video, clearly. Thank you for use of your footage. It's been a great help for not only surveying the area, but quite frankly it improves the visual aspect of my video, so grazie. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode where we actually start sticking some stuff down. Take care, guys. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe, that'd be amazing. Right, I will see you next time. Thanks, bye-bye.
Well, that's all for this episode of Let's Make Tracks. Peter will be back soon with his next video in the Peco Rail 200 diorama series. If you want to see more videos about modern railways, take a look at this video up here. Or, if you like the music that was playing during this video, please look at the card down here. And we will see you again very soon. Goodbye.
I'm so not ready for this.